Hey, what's going on? My name is Brian Bauer, and I'm here today with Mike Brunt, who is starting a company called Fireside Pickups. What's going on, Mike?
Well, you said it. I'm starting a company, Fireside Pickups, and I'm here with for the first prototype.
That's super cool, man. So, yeah, a buddy of mine reached out to me saying that this guy who happened to go to school with you like years ago.
Like 12 years ago?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely been like 12 years. And you have a pickup company, and I have a mediocre YouTube channel.
Oh, it's better than mediocre.
Oh, well, thanks, man. But, either way, so we decided to meet up tonight, and in this filming chaos, we are here to shoot a video about his Fireside Pickups and this lovely Stratocaster over here. So, Mike, first off, maybe you should learn the YouTube thing. It was like, click the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I get out my phone and like and subscribe right now?
I think if you haven't already, just do it later.
I mean, if I haven't already, it probably...
If you haven't done it already, you can just leave. Okay. Either way, Mike, you started Fireside Pickups. How did this get going? Tell us how you got into this.
I mean, so I've always been really interested in music, making music. I'm not very good at playing music. Okay. I like to play music. I've just never been that good at it. But I like tinkering with it. I like making different sounds. And I just said to myself one day, I was like, you know what? I bet I could do a good job of this. I saw bands that were playing and they need a different sound. Like that guitar, that guy needs an option to be a bit brighter. These two guitars always sound too much the same. There was a need to do something a little better. And so I just went and did it. I went and found like an actual supply for magnets, an actual supply for wire, not like one little spool of wire. I bought like 4 kilograms of wire.
Oh, okay. So you bought a lot of it.
Yeah, I said, I'm just gonna do it. So I ordered all the essentials in enough quantity that I basically had to do it, and started working on it. A friend of mine, Sasha Bordeaux, plays in a couple bands around. He was nice enough to basically start with one of his guitars. He had a gorgeous Epiphone that he wasn't thrilled with the sound of.
Okay.
And had 3 P90s, and I mean, I can see using one P90. What do you do with 3 P90s?
I don't know.
And they were all fat P90s too.
Okay. No, I won't say that.
Yeah. So yeah, we went to work on it, and I had all these great ideas of what I wanted to build, and I learned some things that were way too hard to build, things that couldn't really be real products.
Yeah.
I built a Firebird pickup for the neck, and I did it using solid hardwood bobbins that I routed out. A little taller than a standard Firebird pickup. Sounds great. Not a thing I can sell.
Yeah.
I cannot make a business on those. I mean, maybe like if I bought a whole bunch of equipment someday, but like that's not a place to start, I learned. Great pickup. You can't get one.
Okay. So basically what most people do, and like what you might do if you're like into programming or whatever other thing you're trying to do, or Photoshop or something, is that sometimes you start overcomplicating things. It sounds like you overcomplicated a little bit.
Yeah, I did. I mean, so one of the things we did, we rewound one of his P90s, we changed the magnets, got that sounding a lot more lively.
Yep.
That was an easy one. I was really happy with that one. We built a Stratocaster style pickup for the bridge. It came out looking, he really likes it. It goes with the aesthetic of the guitar for that band. He plays in a band called Fat Basket.
Okay.
Where they do like Black Keys and White Stripes covers sort of things. So it works. He's really happy with it. It was one of my first single coils, so if you get up real close, But hey, from a distance it looks fine.
The audience doesn't care.
Yeah.
The audience doesn't even think about it.
And it's got a nice, fat, punchy sound to it. It's happy with that. Went a little overboard with the neck pickup. It sounds great, but like, man, it took hours. It took so long to make that pickup. And then I started to hone in and say, look, I need to start with something like Stratocaster pickups.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they were designed for. They were designed to go into the pickguard, be unit, and be producible. That's what Fender wanted to do. And so that's where I need to start. I have a Stratocaster. I like Stratocasters. I like Stratocaster sounds.
Yep.
There's a lot of Stratocasters that don't have great pickups. You buy a Squier Stratocaster flying guitar. It doesn't come with great pickups. A lot of the Mexican ones, pickups get a little better, but they are that Mexican Strat sound. So that's where I'm starting. So that's, not that I won't do custom things. I'll build humbuckers someday, but I'm starting out doing Stratocaster fully loaded pickguard upgrades.
That's pretty cool. So it's going to be the whole pickguard just to screw on, basically.
Yeah. Well,
we're going to solder it in, too. But...
I'm hoping I can actually just get the connectors to make them solderless.
Oh, that'd be awesome. People like me.
Well, and for everybody, because... And it's worth it for me, too. If someone has a better experience putting the pickguard in, then they're going to have a better experience with the product.
Absolutely.
So, and there's so much that goes into the sound that isn't just the pickups. There's the pots, there's the caps, there's how it all comes together. So I really want to have a unit that sounds the way it should.
That sounds great to me. So we've got this awesome prototype here. So maybe you can show these guys what's going on the camera.
So this is the first prototype of Strat pickups that I got the sound I wanted out of. They're basically it starts off on the neck with a really vintage sort of replica. They don't have staggered pull pieces, but the wind is super light, like 5.7K. Magnets are pretty light, vintage sound.
Yeah.
And then from there, basically they stay volume matched. So middle pickup's a little bit in between, and then a bridge pickup, which is more modern. It's more of a 7.5,
Okay.
More of what you'd expect from. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
More of what you'd expect from a bridge pickup. So, yeah, I put those together, got them dialed in, sounding the way I wanted, and then I sort of put this prototype together to sort of play with a few more sounds. One thing notably, I've got a knob here that sort of changes the system load to kind of control how bright things are. Sort of still playing with exactly where I'll set that for the final product. You can play with that in a bit there. Another tone effect here, and then one thing I was hoping would work, which I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. I shouldn't say kind of happy, I'm pretty happy.
Okay.
I figured if I went vintage enough on the pickups that running them in series as humbuckers would work. Because, if you have two sort of modern fat single coils,
yeah.
You put them in series, you're going to end up with like 16K. And it's 16K wound on thin wire, not the thicker, on 42 gauge wire. Not on the thinner wire that they would use on a lot of the pickups that you see with really high resistances. And it just wouldn't work. So I was hoping if I went vintage enough on the pickups that I could put them in series and have it still work. And I think it does. I mean, you can try it here in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
But that's probably one of the features I'll keep on a lot of them is being able to have a single Stratocaster and then get a fatter sound out of it when you need to.
Yep. I mean, when I tried it a little bit earlier, it was like, let's be fair, or I already have tried this. It's like when you're doing these videos, this is just how it goes. It honestly sounded killer in the single coil mode. I thought it did, at least when we were like running it earlier. So either way, I mean, that's pretty cool guitar. And you also relic'd that yourself, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, so this whole guitar I picked up just to learn how to do everything and decide what I wanted to do. So this was actually a used lesson guitar from Long & McQuaid.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I bought it. It was black. It had a different bridge, had different tuners. I picked it up in the store and it felt good. And actually, it's funny, just by chance, I ran into Sasha at the store, the guy who has the first ones. Yeah. And I said, what do you think of this? And he looked at it and he's like, wow, that's a great neck. I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy this guitar and I'm gonna learn how to do all the things, all the non-pickup things.
Yep.
So that's what I did. Changed the bridge, changed all the jacks, all the switches, tuners, stripped off the polyurethane finish, which is not as easy as they make it look on YouTube. I learned that's another thing that you don't really want to do.
Okay, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, then learned how to paint with the nitrocellulose lacquer, learned how to do like aged finish over it, and relic'd, which, I mean, shouldn't be that hard, but you know, some look better than others. I think I did an okay job.
I think you did a pretty awesome job. By the way, when he shows up here, that wasn't even in a case. It was just like thrown around. I think he's just trying to relic it by like driving around the corners too fast with his car, so I can chip it up a little bit more.
Well, I mean, that's the natural look, right?
Yeah, and he said I could just sit it on the cement outside. I was like, most people don't want their guitars there like that. My whole is, oh no, you could sit it down. It's just funny.
Yeah, well, sort of all my life I've taken really good care of guitars, and I haven't had as much fun with them because I took such good care of them. And actually, years ago, I thought relic'ing guitars was dumb, and I was like, no, like, you know, they should earn all that wear and tear. You know, as people say, there's arguments on the internet that go on forever.
Oh, there's an argument for everything on the internet.
And then I did this one, and I said, well, if I beat it up beforehand, then I can just have fun with it. I can take it places. I can say, hey, anybody play it. Someone wants to run a gig with it. Someone wants to practice with it. Someone wants to borrow it for a week and find out how the sound works. It's not going to come back with a scratch on it. Or if it does, I'm not going to know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that was really the reason I relic'd it. Not because I loved relic finishes. I just wanted to enjoy the guitar.
And that's really cool. I like the story on this one. This is a lot of fun. I think we should give it a whirl.
Go for it.
All right. So we got Mike's guitar here. I'm going to try not to mess it up. Now, that sounds pretty cool there. That was the middle position. Let's go down the bridge. Should we go to the bridge? Say?
Wherever you feel like going.
So you had this tone knob. Remember you said it was like we'd turn it, I think it was always this way. That's off, and then we have it all the way up. And it was like really pushing that a lot. You can hear it. Yeah,
it really brings the brightness out. And I mean, all guitars sort of need to pick what that is. Mm-hmm. It's most guitars don't have a knob that can adjust that sort of feature of the brightness of the pickups.
Yeah, I know.
People aren't really used to it.
So that's in the middle. This is all the way up. And you can hear it. It does roll it off. We'll go up to our neck pickup. I'm not a blues guy. It's like let's get a little groove going. It's like That's
a pretty good blues. You just needed a bluesy guitar.
I guess I just needed a blues guitar. I'm not the best blues guy. Like. Just to let you guys know, we're using a Kemper profiler with the Bogner Ectacy. This is the Crunch Patch by Guido Bungenstock, and it sounds awesome. If we got up to the high gain, though, let's listen to that. So we'll get that Strat sound going. So we'll pull this up. See, one thing you did weird with your guitar is that for humbucker, you have it to pull up. You're like the opposite of every guitar.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's sort of, it's supposed to sound, it's like a secret. You know, it sounds stratty, and then there's that secret.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Except it's not a secret. You told everybody. Cat's out of the bag. Okay, I think it's gonna sound good for something like. Can half remember it. Let's go into Strat mode for that. That's like I like it in the Strat mode better in this weird case. It's just me. It's just, but it has that punchy, trebly Strat sound.
See, I thought for sure I was gonna come over. I know you like you're a metal guy.
I'm a metal guy, exactly.
You're just gonna put it in humbucker mode and be like, but there we go.
Yeah, let's go over here. I got this patch that I played a song called Dream Away on, and let's see if I can remember how to play my own song. Dude, it sounds awesome.
I mean, you're the one playing it.
I also messed up like terribly in there. I've been practicing more. I forget like so many things that you play. But I mean, sounds great, even in single coil mode. Let's just compare them.
You know, I'd be interested to hear, hopefully, from people in the comments, if they like the humbucker mode, or if it's not a thing that guitar needs.
I don't know. It's an interesting one. That's gonna depend on the person. I think for me, I would want a humbucker mode. But if I'm playing a Strat, I want to play Strat sounds. I almost like don't know if I need a humbucker mode, but I think the option needs to be there for people who want it.
It is a fun option, and you know, the way I kind of thought of it is like if you're playing a song and you need to go to like a deeper like background rhythm, and you don't just want to roll the tone off, like you want an actually like a deeper sound, that would be useful. But I mean, maybe it's just too many knobs and buttons.
I don't know. I still think it's pretty fun though, like, to try this thing out. I do want to try the clean tones out though a little bit more, because that was pretty cool. We'll just roll it off. You said, I forget what way it was in the knob, like just a little bit this way, I think it was. Before you go, that's the second position on the switch. Here we go. I think they sound pretty awesome, man. So when do you think you're going to start having some pickups for sale?
Pretty soon. So the plan is to do, as I said, I was going to sell them in loaded pickguards. The plan is to sell them in really nice loaded pickguards. So I'm hoping to get some flame maple, some like figured walnuts and stuff. and dye them, you know, the colors you'd expect pickguards to be, but sort of like, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of guitars here. I'm sure there's one here with a figured top, but like Strats don't usually have that.
Yeah.
So the idea is, you know, maybe you've got your blue Strat, you know, that you've had for years, and then, oh, well, let's throw a flame maple pickguard on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's
So
pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm basically working on the colors and the finish, and as soon as I have that ready, then there will be some of them for sale.
A website.
Firesidepickups.com.
Okay, that's awesome. Don't mistype that. And for anything else, firesidepickups.com. Link is down below. He also has an Instagram now. I was the first follower on that.
Yes, you were my first follower.
All right. This is super cool for a longer form video. So anyway, guys, check out Fireside Pickups at firesidepickups.com. He just started an Instagram, so he will have to get on the Instagram train and start uploading there frequently, which is a pain in the butt. I understand. Either way, if you've not clicked the like button on this video, the subscribe button, the notification bell, you should do that. I don't know if Mike has a YouTube channel or not.
No, I don't.
Okay, so just firesidepickups.com. I love how little I know sometimes coming to these videos. It's great, right?
Well, and I had to think too, because at one point I thought I should have a YouTube channel. And then I thought maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
And now we're here, and this is great because you have a YouTube channel.
I have a YouTube channel, so I think what we will do is end this one, and we'll all see you in the next video. So you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you both later.